Hi, GenderBlenders. Welcome to week 48. What you just saw was the end of 2009. This week, for week 48, we're asked to recap 2009. What was the best part? What will you miss? What can you live without? For 2010, do you have a New Year's resolution? What are you planning for New Year's Eve? What are your goals for 2010? So let's recap 2009 because it's really interesting for me. For me, 2009 is clearly the best year I've ever had. At the beginning of this year, 2009, I was in marginal health. Blood pressure was high. I was going to need my heart routed out again. I weighed 50 pounds more than I do now. I had experimented with estrogen as a result of a reaction to a urinary tract infection. I liked the breasts and emotions. Somehow I felt better. I didn't know why at that time. I didn't know why. But in 2009, I came close to the first real resolution I've ever made in a long time. And that was, I began a radical change in diet, began purposeful exercise. My weight came down. My blood pressure came down. My health in general didn't change that much. My blood pressure came down a little teeny bit. So in February, I decided I'm going to have to do something. And by a few months from that, in the April-May time frame, I had put myself on HRT, hormone replacement therapy. My blood pressure started decreasing. My health improved immensely. Then the girl emerged. And I eventually figured out for the first time in my life, what do you know? I'm a transgender. I didn't know until then. You figure going through 63 years of your life wondering what the heck's wrong and not knowing what. I did. But when the girl emerged and my health zoomed, I knew. And I eventually figured out what I had to do. So the rest of the year was doing what you have to do. Just after the girl emerged, we got my first challenge. My brother died. It has nothing to do with anything else. But he died from cancer. And those emotions that girls get was really interesting. Because that was tough. But you know what? I enjoyed those emotions as well. I didn't enjoy the fact that my brother died. But I enjoyed those emotions because I could feel something for the first time in my life. So I started formalizing what I was doing. Clothes, got a doctor involved, became formal in my HRT. So I'm now supervised and I'm sort of legitimate. Started planning for what to do at work. I told my son, just before he started school this last August, he's a senior, he'll graduate this year in college. And I got an interesting benefit from that. For the first time in his life, he saw his own life vastly improved. You see, he had gotten stuck trying to emulate me. And when he figured out, or when I told him that, hey, I'm a girl, that was enough of a shock that he became his own person. And boy, was that a good change for him. After that, I came out at work. I came out everywhere. What you see, the clothes that I wear, well, the mini skirt I really don't like. A little on the mature side to wear that out too much, but I just decided to wear that today for the heck of it, just for this video. But I came out everywhere, and I wear girl clothes everywhere. Essentially tossed away all my guy clothes. So that's 2009. Wow, what a year. What a year. What was the best part? Without a doubt, when the girl emerged. To me, that was absolutely the most wonderful thing that could have ever happened to me. What will I miss? My brother. What can you live without? I can certainly live, literally, without the poor health. Do you have a New Year's resolution? Well, like you heard me say a few minutes ago, I normally don't make resolutions. Because what I've found over my lifetime is when I make a resolution, I'll do it for a while, and then it starts to dwindle away. That's not good. But last year, as I said, when all of this started to happen, I had to do something. I was on the slow checkout line, and I had to do something. So I decided, okay, we got to do something about this. And when it involved HRT, so it involved HRT. And boy, what a benefit that was. Wow. So this year, what's my resolution? I have to work on my official documentation. So I'll get my driver's license changed over. I've already got my Disneyland passport changed, but I have to get my official passport changed. I have to get my driver's license changed, all my bank records and so forth. I'll change all that documentation over to my new name. So I'll do all that this year. Or at least get started on it this year. Whether I get it all completed or not, I don't know. I certainly hope so. But the formal documentation, that's what's going to happen. What are your plans for New Year's Eve? As I think I mentioned last week, in what holidays we celebrate. Normally, I don't celebrate New Year's Eve. I celebrate New Year's Day. And the reason being is, I can go to Disneyland, and it's really, really uncrowded because everybody's hungover from New Year's Eve. So I'll probably be in bed by 9 o'clock because I'm going to Disneyland on New Year's Day. What are your goals for 2010? Well, one of the things that I want to get accomplished, as I said, is all the formal documentation. So I'll at least get that started. Certainly continue with this wonderful transformation. There is no way ever that I'm going to stop this. This is me, and I'm happy with it. And I'm so happy that I was able to find out what I've been missing my entire life. So I'm not going to stop that. So my goal is to continue with this wonderful transformation. Start working through all the things that are necessary. Somewhere along the line in 2010, I will have been officially a girl for over a year, which means that I can start considering things like any surgeries. Now, in terms of bodily changes, I'm hoping that I change more. Do I plan on any augmentation and things like that? I don't know. I'm going to let the hormones work their magic first. We'll see. But I'm going to certainly delve a little bit deeper into my other options in terms of female surgery. So that's 2009 recapped. I hope it was interesting. Thanks, everybody. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.